Hello. So today I'm going to be sharing a bit about crocodiles and what connections they had with the Mayas. However, that's going to be a little bit more in. No, I just want to share, before starting this presentation, I want to share a small song that was taught to me by my grandfather. And it goes like this. It's very short, but it means a lot, right? Because it connects us and our culture and our ancestors with their beliefs. Wala relish kutanki ishkunani nikakwa ishkunani lirala ora Jesu Cristo mata hermano. Now, what does this song talks about? It's talking about brotherhood, sisterhood, working together and believing that there's a spiritual being that protects and guides us in our daily lives. And I think it has human beings, we're not perfect humans, and I think we should always have that spiritual connection with other spiritual beings. So that brings us into the Maya and the crocodiles. So who is the CRC and what do we stand for? A lot of people would say the Crocodile Research Coalition itself is an organization that rescues crocodiles. Or in other words, like what the kids in St. Bite would say, we protect crocodiles. However, the CRC is more than just an organization / NGO that protects the species. We are an NGO that conserve them, yes, but we use different strategies in doing so. For instance, we do a lot of community involvement. We connect with the community, with the different cultures that we have in Belize. And we do a lot of educational outreach. We educate people about how important it is for us to conserve the species and what connections they have what the connection that they have with culture, with history. Especially the Mayas. Crocodiles, way back, they had a strong connections with the Mayas. They even believed that they had crocodile blood in them. So our conservation work is more than just about conserving the species. Like I mentioned before, it has a lot to do with history. Now, I want to talk to you guys about Mayas and crocodiles. So when it comes to the Mayas, in Belize, they were the first inhabitants of Belize, the Maya people. And they were known to be the best weaver there was. They built beautiful pyramids / temples, archaeological sites. They were amazing agriculture men. They did everything by hand. They didn't use modern technology. They studied the stars. They had a wonderful connection with the universe, with Venus, the sun, and the stars. And one interesting thing that connects the Mayas and the crocodiles is Imish. So Imish is the first day of the Maya calendar. And for the Mayas, this day is honored. It's celebrated. And it's something that means a lot to them. It's a belief. And something that I find very interesting when it comes to working with the Crocodile Research Coalition here in Belize is that during the process I have learned that they have a strong connections with the Mayas. And how is that connection? No, going back to Maya history and their gods, Mayas had a lot of gods. They believe in Venus. They believe and this god of sun, this god of they had a lot of gods. However, when it came to Imaged, they would pray. They would go and meditate near waters, near rivers, near ponds, where they would see crocodiles. Because in reality, scientifically speaking, crocodiles can be both in water and land. So that meant a lot for the Mayas, that they saw it in a very spiritual way. They believed that whenever a crocodile was spotted in a pond, that was because the Mayas were about to receive an abundance of blessings in form of food and water. So they would send warriors to guard that pond where that crocodile is until that crocodile would move on to another pond of water. So they believed that once they prayed to Image and honored that day, that they would receive a lot of abundance of crops. Agriculture would grow because of the water, the rain, the ponds. They will have drinking fertile water. It's like for the Mayas, like Image meant new beginnings. It also meant fertility, not just for agriculture, but also for women. They would have, new life, new beginning, new kids, new babies, reproduction. So it goes beyond just crocodiles. There is a strong connection. There's a strong deed within them and that history. So in today's world, like personally speaking, as a Belizean, I personally think that conservation of crocodiles should be seen in a different perspective. We're not just protecting crocodiles, we're trying to keep the culture of the Mayas, of the past ancestors alive. They still do have Maya people and even Garifuna people. I live in St. Bat Village, a fishing community whereby the saint is used to fishing. And whenever this fisherman go fishing, he would say, there's a crocodile there, so I know the fish is there. And if you look at it, back in the days, Mayas would do the same. When there was crocodile, where there was crocodile, there was water, there is fish. Crocodiles love their fish. So, people should learn to love and respect these animals for many other reasons. And it's not just for crocodiles, just wildlife in a whole. One, like I mentioned before, there is a connection with history. The only thing is that we need to research deeper and not just, okay, it's a crocodile, it's dangerous. No, we should go way beyond. So there's a lot of things when it comes to Maya history and crocodiles, right? Maya people, they built beautiful archaeological sites. And a good example of those that really stands out for me personally is Lamanai. Reason why it means Lamanai means submerged crocodile. Why did that name come about? No. So if you look at it, the archaeological site Lamanai is close, the New River is really close to it. So a lot of Belizeans, a lot of people would say, there's a lot of crocodiles in New River. And if you look at it, that's what it means. Abundance of crocodiles. There are a lot of crocodiles in the areas, and the beauty about this is that people accept the fact that Lamanai is named after Lamanai is submerged crocodile. That's what it means. So that means there's a lot of crocodiles in the area. We do have Belizean admitting, there's crocodiles. We see them, and it's really awesome that people understands and respects the fact that there's crocodile there. But at the same time, we can look at the bigger picture. Crocodiles and other different wildlife should be respected everywhere in the world by the same measures, no matter how small or how big they are or what species they fall under. Because, if you look at it, even compare crocodiles, yes, they were respected by the Mayas, and that's the reason why we want to educate people more about it so that people can start showing respect towards it. But at the same time, there are other animals that deserve protection, that deserve to be respected. We have jaguars. The Mayas also had a big relationship with them. However, today I'm just going to be talking about Image, the crocodile. But I just think that in general, we should protect all the different species. So Image, right? So this is a painting to demonstrate, just a small demonstration of what Image would look like after reading the story of Image, the crocodile. Image, the Mayas the Mayas, they believe in a stronger connection. They saw the crocodile as gods, like I mentioned before. But what makes them really interesting is that the Mayas believed that the earth was resting on top of a crocodile's back. So basically, they believe that the world itself was on top of a crocodile's back. So crocodiles for them weren't just anything or just any animal, right? So here it says the Mayas venerated the crocodile as a symbol of life, a connection between the heaven and earth and the underworld. So it's full of mystery, but there was like deeper things than just crocodiles meaning new beginnings for them. It meant more than that, right? Going back a little bit to what the Mayas would do when it came to crocodiles, they would go to caves and they would look for crocodiles to make sure to guard them, to make sure that their young ones, whenever the crocodiles were nesting, were protected, they were not being poached, you know. So they were very protective of these animals. And this is one of the reasons that we display this image painting, because it's more than just a painting, it's a connection between different dimensions. So yes.